Okay, what is going on, Internet? It is your boy, Eric Bandholz, back again with another awesome live stream. Hope all's going well on the other side of the Internet. I got a really exciting opportunity. We are live, right, Josh?
Yes.
Because what we have on the other side of me, right across my computer, is Josh Lawson. Say hello, Josh, and say hello maybe in the channel as well.
Hey guys, just on the other side of the computer, other side of the internet, if you will.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about this episode today because what we're doing is something we've never done before. We are going to be getting your photographs, all you guys who are in the chat room, post up your photos. I'm going to pull it up on this screen, share my screen with you guys, and give you specific advice on what I think you could do for your beard or your hair or maybe your style in general. So we're going to limit it to about 2 minutes per person, but if we get a lot more, we may speed that up as well. Some typical house clearance stuff?
House cleaning?
House cleaning is, if you don't know, we have a awesome party going on called Celebration by Beardbrand. March 14th, mark your calendars. It's going to be here in Austin, Texas. It's totally free. We're going to have some live music. We're going to buy some drinks. We're going to celebrate, party, fly Carlos in, fly Mahesh in, fly Greg in?
Yes.
Jeff, have we talked with him yet?
Jeff is coordinating his travel.
Yes. Okay. So hopefully we'll get Jeff in as well. And then we're going to say hi to all you guys and celebrate. But we have an even more special event happening the day before. We have a VIP event that's limited to 10 people. It's highly exclusive. We spend essentially the whole day with you, lots of one-on-one time, get you a haircut from Mesh, get you style consulting from Sylvester, really get to spend a lot of time with the team here at Beardbrand and help you step up your game. So there is a link in the description right now. The first link is to enter the giveaway, which I'm about to talk about. And the second link is to learn more about Celebration by Beardbrand and the event that we're putting on and all the details for that. So the first link is our giveaway. And as you guys know, we do a giveaway. You've got to be present at the end of the live stream to be eligible for winning. And we're going to pull 3 winners for a $50 gift card to beardbrand.com. Where do you need to be located? We have to be located anywhere that we can ship to, which is pretty much everywhere but Iran, North Korea. I don't know where else. But if you're pretty much anywhere in the world, you're going to be eligible. The link again for that in the description is going in there. So people are asking, how do you get your photographs uploaded? One would be to go to Imager. Let's see, https Imager.com. Go ahead, upload your photo there, and once it gets uploaded, post the link in the chat room. And then once we start getting those links coming in, we're going to start talking about it. But a little bit more house cleaning. So go ahead, start posting the links. Joe's going to help me with that as well. And links, and then we'll be able to give our advice to you. But another thing is today is a big day for Beardbrand. We just rolled out a brand new 4 Vices. Well, maybe not brand new is the right word, but a brand new iteration of 4 Vices. See, we've learned a ton from Old Money and from Temple Smoke, and we've taken what we've learned and we've integrated that into 4 Vices. So 4 Vices is even more layered and complex, and it's a little more it's got some more zest to it. It's a little stronger fragrance, and then it does still have that core 4 Vices notes that you're all too familiar with. So what do we got going on here? It won't add you web addresses. Okay, so people are having issues uploading.
What we can do instead is you can email your photo to info@beardbrand.com, and we will I will forward those on to Eric, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, so go ahead and since you guys are having issues with posting links to Imager, we're going to go ahead and open those up. And then I guess I can just check my emails as they come in. Did you guys hear that gong? That means we've got to start our process for getting the people's photographs reviewed. But unfortunately, we don't have any. Who should we start with?
We have one.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, no name though, but we have one.
Okay, here we go. Yes. All right. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see. Obviously, I am not the most technical person. I was hoping this section of my screen would be showing me, but clearly it's not. So you guys get a little bit of a zoom on zoom on zoom.
Double zoom action. We're figuring this one out as we go, guys. This is our first time doing it this way, but we'll never learn if we never try. So.
Okay. So we'll just get right into it. This, our friends, is, I don't know his name, but he has a beard that's growing pretty heavy in the neck area. And it's pretty gnarly beard, good density, but it looks like he's rocking a little bit thinner in the mustache and cheeks. My recommendation, if he does prefer the length, the neck section is pretty long. I would go with more of a quote-unquote whaler type of beard. So my recommendation would either be to go completely shaved with the mustache, or to take the mustache down to like a stubble. I think a stubble and maybe a stubble on the cheeks might look pretty cool if you wanted to keep the longer beard. And then in terms of the hairstyle, looks like you got pretty gnarly hair. I can't tell exactly how long it is from the sides. I'm a big fan of a little bit more dramatic on the sides, go a little bit shorter, and then maybe a little shorter as well. You're going to be able to get some more volume and add a bit of probably texture to the haircut. Okay, we got another one. Yes, we'll just start from the bottom.
Keep going.
And boom. All right, man. This guy's got a great beard. This is, I don't know, if you guys throw your names in there, that might help me kind of talk about what's going on here. Awesome salt and pepper beard. You've definitely got some texture and some curls to the beard. And I think that you could either take probably some of the lessons from Greg Brzezinski on using a blow dryer to ease out the waves, not totally eliminate them. With the tools of a blow dryer and a little bit of the styling balm, you're going to be able to tame the beard. The length itself, I think, is an awesome length. It's a length that I rock pretty frequently. You might want to, or what I might recommend is just going a little bit more rounded on the edges, so it's not so flat across the bottom, but it's a pretty great shape and a pretty great beard. And then in terms of the head hair, obviously you got to rock the short hairstyle. I think keeping it pretty short up top is going to be a wise idea. Going in with, you can do a fade with a hairstyle like this where you're balding up top, and I think that would even enhance the look and keep a little bit on the sides. You can wear a hat if you wanted to do that to pair in with the beard. But overall, man, great beard, great style. keep on growing, man. Definitely, definitely. Look, man, love the color. info@beardbrand.com. We'll keep it going. We got a lot coming in. So, who do we have next? Oh, as a reminder, guys, if you could go ahead and enter the contest. The link is in the description. We're giving away 3 gift cards for $50 to beardbrand.com. All right, man. We got another guy with cheek lines that are coming in low. I think you got pretty good coverage. The quality of this photo is a little challenging. So let me see if we got other images. This is the only image. What I would say is from this angle, it looks pretty good. I think if you tighten it up a bit, then it's going to stand a little bit stronger on its own. So what I would do is probably just pretty much keep it as is and then go with maybe a straighter line or a straighter edge on your cheeks. And then when it comes to right below your lip, again, that's a little bit on the thinner side, but you got a great mustache. You might want to play around with the idea of growing the mustache out to the edges and doing like a half swoosh or a handlebar mustache for a little bit of flair. And what that's going to do is draw people's eyes more towards the strength of your beard and rather than directing it toward the thinner areas. And then I do think there's opportunity. The hair length, the haircut looks like it's pretty good, but I think you could probably step up the game in terms of finding a hairstyle that either adds a little more texture or a little more volume or a little more dimension to, again, like highlight and bring additional, I don't know, style, for lack of better terms, just an update to the hairstyle. So I don't know if you wear this hairstyle all the time, but you've got a lot of flexibility with the different looks that you can get from that hairstyle. So don't be afraid to play around with different hairstyles. Keeping it rolling. All right, this guy gave a name, Chris C. Boom, 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 boom. Amazing beard, Chris. Looks like you're hanging out at Home Depot right now watching our live stream, so that's pretty cool. Great beard. Looks like you've been growing probably for about 8 months, nice and curly. Again, like the previous salt and pepper beard that we saw, I think you could play around with easing the waves a little bit by using a hair dryer technique and a little bit of styling balm. In terms of the length, I think it's a good length. It's a strong beard, stands out, a nice black color. I think it's you do have opportunity to tame it. In terms of Jeff Juan Cristiano's recent video as well, there's a lot of good techniques in that where I think we titled it like the most comprehensive beard styles video. When it comes to your hair, I like that you've gone with side part. I'm a big fan of the side part hairstyle for guys with higher temples or receding temples. I think it's a really cool style. I think probably what I would do is move more toward like a water-based pomade than an oil-based pomade and have something that is more of a natural style pomade. But again, that's more of a personal preference. But I think if you went with that, it would kind of ease out the swoop a little bit. And again, like bring in that hair dryer when you're styling your hair to be able to lock it into place. And yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah, if you want a little bit more of a natural look, our styling balm is really great for achieving that. Especially if you use it with the blow dryer, it really helps lock it all in and keep it in place without kind of getting that crust that some other oil-based products may give you.
Sweet. All right, we're keeping this going. Another amazing beard hairstyle. I mean, I think this guy may just be sharing his photo to show off because there's not much to say about it, man. It's almost like comes in as high as Jack Malaco's. You go, it looks like with a little bit natural swoop on the cheeks, whereas Jack does a little bit of straight edge. Personally, I kind of like the swoop. I think it's a more natural look. And then in terms of the the mustache, it's clear. You trim that, which adds for convenience and makes it easier to eat. And I think your beard is tight enough that you can get away with a mustache of that length. I don't think it's necessarily required that you would want to grow out a bigger mustache. And then your hairstyle is actually pretty similar to mine, but with a little less texture. I think you pull it all together, man. I think it's a good style. I think a lot of people could probably could use your photograph as inspiration as well. So keep on growing, man. Adam P, good job. Oh, how high should his cheek lines be? That was his question. And that's pretty much what I talked about the whole time. I think you nailed the cheek lines. I think it looks great. All right. Awesome. And here we got Haywood. Ooh, another ginger beard. I'm a big fan of the ginger beards. And I like the ginger beard and the salt and pepper you got going on. 2 colors is totally rad. Makes your beard unique. Big, heavy mustache. I think you got a lot of opportunities to go with the beard stash if that's a style that you wanted to go with. But overall, man, you probably already know this too, but you've got a great beard, great color, great dimension. In terms of like grooming, the world's your oyster. It just comes down to doing what you want to do. Not a lot of flaws. I think your cheek line looks good. I think you could probably, with the mustache styling, it looks like you're trying to do a little bit of work. Maybe focus on bringing it down more rather than moving it to the side. So if you can kind of do like a downward swoop, can you see this? Like down like that, down like that. And then your hair. I think that's an appropriate hairstyle. You might be able to get away again with more of a blend or a fade, and rather than what appears to me a pretty similar length all across the top of the head. So feel free to take in the sides here a little bit more. Let me see, can I draw? No. If I can draw, I don't know how. But great beard. All right, let's move on to Andy. Ooh. Andy's brought in a couple of photos. And he's got a monster beard. So check this out, man. Andy, I don't know what kind of fish it is. Is that like a goldfish? Gosh, do you know?
Is that a goldfish? I have no idea. I'm not a fish connoisseur.
Man, that's this photo really shows off the beard colors. I dig the colors here. Dig the look. You've got a little thinner mustache. I don't know if your mustache has hit terminal or not. I think if it has hit terminal length, then maybe you consider it might be okay to just trim it up. You're not going to be getting that much more length to it. Or you can actually do what the previous guy was doing and try to swoop it more towards the edge of your mouth and give a little bit of separation. I know at this length, like it's a giant pain in the butt, but with hairs going into the mouth like that. And then overall, I think you've got a statement beard. You might be able to work to like round it up. Use the blow dryer to even out. Looks like you've got like a little bit of a French fork developing here. So using a blow dryer to bring it into shape, but don't go too heavy with that. I think it's just a slight, like kind of get it under control. Use a little bit of styling balm, get it under wraps, and then maybe try to taper in probably a little bit more rounded look rather than like a square look, which you currently have. So that would probably be my recommendation. And then your hair, I think your hairstyle actually looks pretty good for your lifestyle. This looks a little grown out, but here your hair looks pretty good. So I think it's a good style hair. You got great hair, man. Slobby, rocking the scruff beard. Let's pull it in. All right, man. We got Slavi. Any suggestions? What steps should I take growing my beard going forward? It looks like you've got some pretty significant patches here on the edge of your mustache. It looks like your cheeks, your chin, and your mustache grows in pretty good. I think what I might consider doing with these patches are you can keep it this length currently, as I think it's a really good looking length for the density that you have. But I also think you could play around with one of the hybrid beard styles, which could be like what they call them, scruff burns, which is like a thicker mustache, and keep these about the same length. Keep your goatee area the same length. Or what you could do is grow out your mustache and then keep your cheeks and your chin the same length that they currently are. So I think you got a little bit of options, but I probably would not recommend going with a full like a year, but it's kind of hard to tell without knowing exactly how long you've been growing, like if this is just a couple days of growth or if this is a week growth. And then again, I can't really touch with your hair. It looks like you're another guy dealing with male pattern baldness, which affects most of us beardsmen. But I think it's based on what I can see, it looks like it's a pretty good cut, nice and tight. Oh man, look at this dapper guy. We got the Italian. All right. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your name. It looks like Michelle or Michele, but I'm not Italian, so forgive my Italianness. Man, dude, I wish I had your hair. It's almost like Carlos Costa. Actually, you could probably just watch any Carlos's video, and whatever he says is going to apply. You can grow this beard long. You can, if you do grow the beard long, I'd recommend get prepared to grow the mustache long as well, if you like the convenience. But really, dude, like, great style. I don't have a lot of advice other than like the world is your oyster. You get to play around. You're one of the lucky guys who has both full thick hair and a full thick beard. So I'm sure a lot of guys in this chat room are quite envious, myself included. So is he in the chat? Is he not even in the chat? Oh man, I don't even think he's in the chat. Okay. Barrett. Are you guys having fun? Are they, Josh, you're reading the comments. Are they having fun in here?
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay.
We got a bunch of people watching, so that's good. Everyone's asking us to get their photo. We're getting to them, guys. We're working through these.
Okay, I'm going to go quicker because I've got like 65 emails. So
right,
we'll speed it up.
I'll stop bringing the gong. I'll just keep you around a minute.
Okay, well, you can do the gong at a minute.
Okay.
All right, Barrett, cool beard. I think if you want to keep it this length, you can just tighten it up, take some scissors to it is what I would do. I wouldn't use a beard trimmer. Give it a little bit of control. I think you can step up the style game on your hair. You've got great hair. It is a little bit higher receding hairline, but it's not going to be holding you back from the variety of awesome styles. So I would say rock this length and continue playing around with it and killer beard. Oh, man. I feel like some of these guys, I need to be taking beard tips from them. This is Chris Hughes. He kind of reminds me of Derek here in the office. Great hair again. I think your hairstyle's cool. You rock it well. Your beard's great. I like the. Okay. I think it's great, man. Again, you're kind of like the Michele guy. You can the world's your oyster. So just keep on growing, man. Looks good. I like the style. All right, Corey. All right, you guys see this guy? Come and tell me if you think he looks like me. What do you think, Josh? Does this guy kind of look like me?
Waiting for the stream to catch up.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right, so this is Corey. This is Corey. And personally, I think you kind of look like me. I think you got a kind of similar face shape. And it looks like you got a pretty similar beard type as well. My only recommendation is it may look like you just got a little bit too much product. So being able to figure out how to apply the product in smaller amounts. One of the tips that I recommend is, especially with your hair, as you apply the product, go ahead and maybe try to start at your crown and work it forward. And that will prevent you from getting a big glob of product right up front. And then don't be afraid to, while the product's still working in, warm or soft, to be using a hair dryer, which I suspect you're using a hair dryer now, but to work it in and really kind of work that product through entirely. All right. Jeez, another awesome beard. So we got Steven. Steven the most, man, dude. Another beard. I think when I look at this beard, I think of Luis Ribeiro, Carlos's friend from Portugal. I think your beard looks very similar to him. Perfect jaw, perfect cheek line, perfect neckline, incredible density, blends in perfectly with your hair. Perfect, 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 man. I think your beard's gnarly. I think keep it the way it is, dude.
That is super, Luis Ribeiro.
Yeah, I think if you watch his videos, then you'll get some good advice. Kyle, you sent me an email. It says, I can't grow a mustache, need help, please. But I didn't see the photo, so maybe try to resend that.
That's from the Luis Ribeiro one.
Okay. All right, we got, who do we have here in here? Babyface Prod. I think you're similar to the first guy that we featured, where you've got stronger density on your neck area. I think personally, I think that tends to lead toward a hybrid beard style of the Arabic beard, which is going to be either a bigger beard with a really short kind of stubble, or more of the stubble on the sides. I do think your length and shape is pretty good considering the density that you have around your chin area. I think the shape looks good. I think it suits your hair well. I can't see your entire haircut going on. It looks like you've got an undercut going on. I know a lot of guys are moving away from the undercuts in 2018, but it looks like you rock it well from the angle. I think you've got a cool look, and yeah, growing what you got, man. All right, this is fun. Mark, I feel like I met you before, Mark. I don't know if I have not, but another great beard, great density, great color. I'm assuming that's all natural black hair in there, that you're not dyeing it. If you are dyeing it, I would recommend to rock the all natural. But if you're not, then man, you're lucky to have that nice dark color. For me, I think it's a good beard. Like it's kind of tough to see, like the angle, not seeing it in person, but it looks like it may be a little off center. But again, that could be just a product of how you're sitting. But I would maybe just work on evening up that a little bit. But again, like I think this is a great beard. You rock it well. Hairstyle, you know, it's a cool hairstyle. Just keep it going, man. All right. Ooh. Boom. We got, this is Rob Sosa, another great beard. Man, I guess like you get a beard channel, you get a lot of good beards coming in. Like the salt and pepper. I think you got a few wispy flyaways, I guess is the best way I would describe it, where I think you could probably take some scissors to this, keep that even as it grows out. It looks like you have like pretty straight beard hairs, which I would imagine is probably the reason why you're seeing a little bit of that. But in terms of the cheek line, the growth, the length, I think it's a great beard. I think it looks good on you. And I think you're rocking some pretty good style. Can't tell from the hair though. Any recommendations, but keep them growing. All right. Man, we're getting a lot of guys that are also growing in the stronger in the neck area and a little bit thinner on the mustache. I personally, I think I honor your length in this, but I do think there's opportunity to. I don't know, was this our first contact or not? No. Yes, this is.
Some people have sent more than one photo.
Yeah, we talked about this guy. This is between this photo and your first photo, I do think the pulled in look is a better look for you. All right, we are going to move on, since I've talked about his beard, on to, this is Baran Bot. And one of our few beard stashers or mustachios. I dig the look, man. I think we need more mustaches in the world. I'm sitting here looking at Josh right now, and Josh is rocking like a cop stash. I love it, man. I love everything about it, dude.
It's just so simple.
Yeah. It's, and like with his eyebrows too. Like I think just
this guy's got a great look.
Yeah,
I love this.
Yeah, I think this is super cool.
Good on you, man.
Stuff.
Good on you.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of guys have the confidence to pull off a mustache. All right, we're moving forward. Because I had no advice, that was a great stash. Props with the man bun. Our buddy Josh is growing his hair. Man, I'm going to be talking about you more than anyone else. But growing the hair out. One of my recommendations with the hair is consider not pulling it so tightly. You may get some traction alopecia if you do that very regularly. So I don't know how frequently you're pulling your hair that tight.
Could be a loose bun.
Nuno, I think is his name. Nuno Jimmy Dawn. So I would say consider a little bit looser bun if you can get away with it. In terms of the beard, again, strong mustache games going on here. I think the length suits you well. I think that all ties together well. Don't see a lot of remarks other than just take care of that longer hair, man. All right, man. We've got a guy who's going for the year, Michael Coleman. I want you guys to give him some support. I don't know if he's ever grown a year before. He's had 2 weeks, Michael. And I would say you've got the potential to really grow a pretty good beard. It looks like you got nice, good density on the mustache. It looks like at this length, you're definitely probably a little wild. And there's really not a lot you can do in terms of taming the beard at this length other than giving it some time. So once you start to hit that 1 month or 2 month mark, you're going to be able to see the ability to give it a little more control. I think your neckline, where you currently have it, or right about, if you can see my mouse, right about here, is a good neckline. So I would keep it right there, what you're doing, and then just give it time, let it grow, man. It's going to be a great beard. Now, all right, Parth. Another great beard. I think Parth, you're a lot like Jack in the sense that it looks like your cheek lines come up really high. I think hitting it where your fullness is, like coming in right here, is going to be a good idea to really give you a strong, sharp curve to your beard and really call off or bring attention to how awesome the beard is. Great density. I think at this length, your mustache looks good. It looks like you've got a little bit grown over. I don't know if you're trimming the mustache or not. If you can get a little more length on it, it could look really cool to have that nice natural swoop. The hair, man, the hair is on point. Great hair, great beard.
Great.
Yeah, Parth, good job. We've got, now I'm going to butcher your name. My apologies. This is Yeshwant Rajiv. Yeah, man, I think you're like the other guys, just great big beard, good density. I think you might be able to get away with more of a sharper jawline or a sharper beard shape here. It seems like a lot of the density is kind of in this area right here. So being able to thin that out, taper it out would be good. With the hair, I think the hair looks good. You could probably get away with, like I said, with the earlier guy who was in the home shop, the Home Depot shop. You could probably get away with doing a little less products or going with like a little more natural, using the hair dryer to blow that in. And this is a cool shot. This is from Joaquin Naravo. Sorry again for butchering your name. Cool style. I bet you. I can't tell from this photo or not if your cheeks come in real patchy or if that's by design. If your cheeks are patchy here, then I think the line you have is good. But if you do have pretty good density, I would challenge you to maybe go a little bit higher on the cheek line. But again, that's more of a personal preference thing than a right or wrong. In terms of your neckline looks good. Can't see the color, but it looks like you got cool color, cool dimension, cool hairstyle as well. So looking good. All right. Yeah, as Josh would say. Cool. All right. Man, you got some great thick hair and a great thick beard. My recommendation, my personal preference would be to do more of a fade with your beard than the hard line. Again, that's kind of a stylistic preferences. I would try to do more of like a natural cheek line. And by natural, I'd say you keep it clean like this. But in George Bruno's recent video, he talked about using the trimmer to just kind of break up this line a little bit. And that's essentially what you want to be doing. And then try to take these down to like the half guard or 0.5 guard, and then try to blend it in here. And then my recommendation, I personally think a little more gradual fade for this hairstyle would look cooler than that hard line. But it's a bold, distinctive look and style that allows you to stand out. So if you want to go with that as well, you can rock it. So it's kind of more of a personal preference on that. Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey, you've got a little bit kind of similar to two persons ago. Looks like a low cheek line. I think what you may want to do is, like the other beardsmen, is to take that line all the way into the goatee. So you may want to consider cleaning this area up and shaving that area completely and going with a little bit lower look. The other thing that you could get away with is what's called the scruffy goat, and it's something that Chris Millington is currently rocking. Chris Millington. So if you can kind of see here, granted, Chris has a lot more density, but he's pulling a lot of the weight into the mustache and into the goatee area and keeping this pretty pretty short. So that's another style that you could be rocking as well, Jeffrey. Keep on growing. All right, we've got Gooey. So this is cool. It's a hairstyle question. You've got, looks like it's a blended quiff or Pompadour. I think the style is pretty similar to, or your hair is pretty similar to Josh again. Maybe a little bit. I think you could probably pull off like keep on growing and grow that hair long. Might be kind of cool to see what options you have. I think the hair itself, it looks great. I like the lines. Again, like with the earlier person we talked about, go with apply the product to the crown of your head and work it toward the front, and that will help minimize any kind of like clumping at the beginning or the front of your hair. But you've got great hair, man, so you can really rock a lot of different styles. Just kind of play around with it and see what works for you. This is Florin. Man, this is we're not all right. So here's the deal, guys. I've got 80 more emails to go, or 40 more. Yeah, 80 more emails. I'm not going to be able to get to all you guys, but what we do have is Sylvester on hand, who's going to be, or who is our style guy, and he will be giving advice on what to do with your beard and what to do with your hair. So email support@beardbrand.com for style advice from Sylvester, and send these photos in, and we're going to be happy to help guide you and give you guidance and directions. With this guy, Florin, I think another great beard. Love the color, love the density. I think if you could even go a little bit higher, I might be tempted to go even a little bit higher with your hairline if you are currently trimming it. I think a natural hairline on you would look pretty gnarly, but I think the shape of your beard looks good. And then I might even go like a little bit longer as well with your head, rather than going the same length all across. Have a little bit of fade and kind of try to even out your hair as well. So let us take a little bit of a break. Can you guys see me? All right. So I'm going to be back. I've got some more visitors that we're going to talk about. But what I want to do is do our first giveaway drawing.
Okay.
Because we got 17 minutes to go. So what are you guys up for?
Yeah, we should get.
Let's talk to Jack. I can pull in here. This is fun, man. We'll get in there. We've got everyone who's on the info email box. They're probably like,
I let them know. I'm like, hey guys, we're doing this. All right, I think we have our first winner.
Okay. Does Jack have it?
Yes.
In Slack.
Oh, it's all those.
Okay, we'll just give the first one. Boom, 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 boom. Chris Hughes, you are our first winner. But I don't see Chris.
Chris Hughes, are you not here?
Chris Hughes.
Yes, he's not.
Gotta be here to win.
Sorry,
man. Not in. All right. So Jack, if you want to repull that other name. The first winner is.
Oh, man, there's Chris Hughes. There it is.
Boom. Okay, lucky guy.
There he is, yeah. He was listening, but not watching.
Okay. Yeah, I got to be in the chat room.
All right, Chris, you win this one.
Okay, let's get back to
Analyzing photos. Ready?
ooh. Shameless plug. Go here. Take this quiz if you haven't taken it already. All right. All right, our next guy. This is Sahil Shah. He's been growing for about 3 months. Looks like he's a younger guy, and I think there's still opportunity for the density to fill in over time. I think with where it's coming in, you got to grow what you got. And what that means is you need to focus on your sideburns, your mustache. You could probably get away with like a Three Musketeers type of style. So let me, oh, I don't have that, but essentially keep the mustache to the length that it is, keep the soul patch, and then grow your goatee area, and then trim up kind of your neck beard here, and then probably take the sideburns to right around the ear is what I would do. Marceau, nothing in there. Here's another guy that looks like Louis. This is Ian. Ian, great beard, man. Great density, great cheek lines, well groomed, not a hair out of place. Hair's thinning up top, but you still keep it, which personally I'm a fan of. I think it's there. Own it. Looks cool. Everything looks cool, man. I think you're killing it. We've got, this is from Muhammad. And Muhammad has a couple photos, a thinner, a nice, good line. Your neckline is spot on. You've clearly watched Beardbrand videos before. So I think the shape is great. It's okay. And then, yeah, I mean, I think it's length. You could just keep your mustache short, trimmed right above the life, or grow it out. I would probably keep it on the shorter side of things. Okay, Marcel. Very similar thing. Personally, I think what I would do is I would go a little bit higher. But I know we just posted a video from George Bruno where he had a very similar type of mustache as this. So I think it is a personal preference thing. My personal preference would be to grow the mustache here. In terms of the shape looks good. But my biggest recommendation would be to just fill out that mustache. Maybe if you can get some length on it, grow it about over your lip. If you can't get length, then keep it there. And then
I think the video is kind of buffering a little bit right now. The screen is.
Yeah, of course. Here's another photo for you guys of the mustache man. Farin, just for surprise. All right. And then Tariq. We got here another, you've got a straight hair beard. Looks good. I think it looks like your mustache is not as dense as I think at that length that it suits it well. The shape of how it's coming down, you might want to, if you could, consider growing a handlebar. I think that might be nice. And then clean up the cheek line. I think the line you have is good, but just clean up a couple of those miscellaneous hairs. Let's call our second winner. Second winner.
Chicken dinner.
I know that I know our second winner is Boom. Vivian. Congrats, man. This guy kind of looks like Jordan's boyfriend, Sean.
Oh, yeah, Sean.
Have you met Sean? No. What can I say here, man? You got a good beard. You clearly got some thinness on your goatee area. I think with that in consideration, the rest of the beard looks really strong. I think the length, the shape, it looks good. Your hairstyle looks good. You could probably, at this length, get away with keeping up the trimming, keeping it to the point where it's sharp above your lip line. And then the other thing is, I think you could, if you wanted to play around with different looks, going with like either a beard stash, if you wanted to go a little longer, keeping that mustache, could be another cool option to play around with in the future. And then hair looks good, man. And the winner's in here. He's just not responding. All right, man. All right. So the question we get from Megna, that's a cool name, is at what point do you decide to trim your stash? This is the first time in my life growing facial hair and just hit 4 months. I mean, I think the answer is depends on how long you plan on growing the beard. You got a great beard. Looks really cool. Personally, I've always been a big fan of a big mustache, letting it grow. It took me 7 years before I trimmed my mustache. So maybe not wait that long, but I would say just let it grow and play with it and keep on rocking it. Check this beard out, Aaron. Another great beard. My rec is if you can grow your mustache out. I've always said I think a big beard deserves a big mustache, and you're clearly a bigger beardsman. I think if you can tolerate and growing out the mustache a little bit longer, it's really going to just take your beard to another level. I think if your beard was probably to about this length, you could probably get away with your mustache as short as it is. If your mustache is hit terminal, then there's not much you can do about that. And then the beard just looks great, man. So good neckline, cool waves, nice blend. Well done. And then we're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to do 2 more photos, and then we're going to draw the final winner. And as a reminder, if I didn't get to you, which it's likely I didn't, go ahead and shoot support@beardbrand.com an email. Sylvester's going to help you out. And we'll talk to him and see if he might be able to reply to all the ones that we didn't talk to on this live stream. But here we've got Pierre. Pierre's asking just for overall advice. I think looks like you've got a well-groomed, well-maintained beard. I don't know if you're using a hairdryer or not, but it kind of looks like you are. It looks like you're putting it under control and you're taming it. I think the color's cool. I think you got a couple of flyaways, but that's kind of the nature of the beard. And then the hair, I think I think the hair, I would probably do more of a blended cut up here rather than the undercut. Again, that kind of goes back to what I said earlier. I think the undercut's moving out of style. But again, that's a personal preference thing. And then, all right, last one. Okay. Pete says that his thinning hair kind of bugs him. And I can really relate to that comment because when I look at your photo, you really don't see any thinning hair. But as a person who lives with their hair every single day, you know how thick it used to be and what's going on. I don't know if you've looked into the triple play of hair growth. There's There's a company here. Now they didn't pay me for this. And then there's this company. What they do is they essentially sell your hair loss products in a monthly subscription. So everything you need, the triple play, the shampoo, minoxidil, and the finasteride. So this could be something that you consider looking into if you want to keep your hair where it is and fight it going thin. Of course, Rogaine, I've talked about Rogaine as well. Rogaine is minoxidil. It is going to help slow down your loss and in some cases allow for regrowth. But it's like, it doesn't work for everyone as well. So I think it's worth trying and giving it a shot. If you're growing your hair long, you got to fight through those awkward stages and grow it out. Your beard looks great. And yeah, that would be my recommendation for kind of the thinning hair if you want to get that under wraps. Now let's draw our final winner.
All right, I believe it is this guy.
Is he in?
I can tag him.
Yeah, he is. You are our third winner. All right, let me know in the comments. If you guys like the live stream, getting the photos, giving advice, learning from other people's beard types. And I really appreciate,
Louis is here.
Okay. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to share your photos, putting yourself out there in front of a couple hundred people and taking the feedback and the criticism or the compliments. And, I think a lot of guys are going to be able to learn from that. So thank you for taking the time to send it in. And I hope you guys found value from it. So definitely, if it's something that you want us to do regularly, maybe we could do it once a month or add another stream or something like that. But we love interacting with you guys. We love providing help and support. That's what we're here to do. And we love it when you guys reach out to us. So again, reach out to us at support@beardbrand.com for any kind of questions, beard care products, self-improvement, lifestyle, hair, beard, body, skin, whatever you're dealing with. We want to be a resource for you to help you grow and to help you become a better version of yourself and to help keep you growing. So thanks for tuning in to the live stream. Thanks for all the kind, awesome community, for supporting your other bearded guys, for, of course, supporting Beardbrand. It really means a lot to me when you choose to buy Beardbrand products, because I know you guys have a choice. There's like 1,500 other companies to buy from, and I'm very proud of that you guys do that. So it means a lot, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you for your support. Thanks for taking the time to invest in yourself, because if we didn't have people out there who invested in themselves, we really would have no one watching our videos. So also, I appreciate you guys taking care of yourselves. And as always, thanks for sticking around the whole hour. It's been a ton of fun. I love seeing your photos. I love hopefully helping you all out. Cheers. And keep on growing. Bye. Dude, why is this guy disappointed?
We didn't get to his photo, probably.
Oh.